Hello and welcome. How are you all doing on this Saturday evening? It's good to see you all. Hello Nikki, hello Kriesman. Let's get this started then. So we need plenty of light for this one. So this is just a live stream of me building Jagatai Khan. So parts are already washed and scrubbed. I did that earlier today. Yeah, so that's great. I'll need a couple. Oh, that's gonna set a light probably. Yeah. So first things first, really easy. We are going to chop the gates off. Hope you're all well. I know it's been ages since I did a full live stream. Well, except for yesterday, but that was Lego. But I hope you've been well over Christmas and coming into the new year. Hope you're looking forward to all the hobby goodness and hobby videos that are coming out. I just want to try and get that a bit more level. Maybe that will do. You see the filthy? Hey, Magnus did nothing wrong, okay? I thought I'd just put a Primarch in the video as inspiration, because Khan can't be as difficult as Magnus was. I mean, Magnus was an absolute, very, very tricky. So instruction-wise, this is what we've got. That is it. Which is, yeah, it's gonna be a tricky one, I tell you. But anyway, first things first. Let's chop these pieces off the gates. Always best to chop like at the gate rather than at the piece, and then you at your leisure you can chop sort of at the piece. These, I want to say that you've got to remove those bits as well. It can sometimes be tricky doing it with a clipper, so I might. Yeah, that's not gonna bite, so I'm going to use the hobby knife for that. Please do put in the comments this evening what you're working on, whether you got the Khan and whether you've already built the Khan or even painted the Khan. There's probably people that have done that, which is cool. Or if you're doing something completely different, or if you're not doing any hobbying and you're just here for the entertainment. I will be doing more Ghost of Tsushima live streams, obviously. I was very, very rusty earlier on, kept dying, so hopefully I've passed the learning curve again and I understand the stances and all kinds of things. It's just a great time to be building a Khan and, you know, playing in a game where there's Mongols and samurai and things. So yeah, hope work's going very well for you, Revan. Yeah. So this is his gun. Yeah, I need to read up a bit more about the gun. It looks more like, it looks really small. Not like the lantern at all or anything like that. I mean, that's a question I'm putting out towards everyone. Which Primarch has the best ranged weapon? You're in the middle of moving, but you're waiting for the Eldritch Omen. Nice one, Nikki. Nice one. Yeah, that'll be a really good set. I think it'll be super popular too. For me, all those models in that set are going to be brand new. So I'm looking forward to that. It seems like Khan has quite a lot of small pieces and medium-sized pieces. We're only going to be live streaming this evening till about 8:30, 9 o'clock, because there's a few things I have to do tomorrow. So that's the plan this evening. I'm not going to be streaming till 10. It's not going to be a 4-hour stream. And we make progress however we make progress on the Khan tonight. Okay. How does he come in less parts than the books? Oh, brilliant. Magnus's psychic mind is the best ranged weapon. Oh yeah, good point. Yeah. Also the fact that Magnus can just pick up massive things and just chuck them at enemies as well. Or he could in the lore anyway. Yeah, I'm happy with that blade. It's not bent at all. I was really wondering. I suppose it's because it's quite thick. Not like Lionel Johnson's blade. And not like Gilliman's blade, which I've heard is easy to lose down a sink. Ferris. Does he look smaller than most of the other Primarch models? I don't know, Nikki. Like, we'll see. We will see. I think Angron's looking quite small now. And the Ferris Primarch doesn't even come included with the head. I can't believe it. You have to buy the head separately. We're having a size decrease now. Well, we all know that he's going to be smaller than Magnus. We don't need to like speculate. I mean, where's his leg? Well, I guess this is his leg. That's his. We could possibly do a leg comparison right now. Maybe we could do one. I mean, let's do. Oh, that doesn't look. I mean, it's smaller in terms of thickness. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Magnus is going to be taller. I know that. So it's a really expensive Death Guard model. This Khan. It's good that they supply Khan with this Death Guard model in iron armor. Oh. Yeah, that'll be good. And then that already had come off of the base. That's a shoulder pauldron, so that'll kind of go there. That's the Death Guard dude. That's his head. Oops, his legs. It's a really cool looking cloak. Wasn't Lorgar the smallest? Magnus is supposed to be second tallest only to Vulcan. No. I think Magnus was taller than Vulcan. I mean, Vulcan is massive, don't get me wrong. But, you know, I guess size isn't everything. Lehman Russ did give Magnus some back issues. Who is the biggest now, though? I'd probably say Angron's the biggest now. Like a huge bloodthirster, isn't he? I mean, Guilliman does look quite small, especially next to, like, all the demon Primarchs and things, but that was a big chunky piece there. Look at that. That's a big chunky piece. It's almost a tank trap, almost. I might grab Lorgar down, actually. And then we've got the biggest and the smallest. Which was the first Primarch that Forge World made? I'd be interested to find out. Was it Horus or was it Lorgar? I wasn't really that much into Horus Heresy and the Primarchs and things when they first came out. I mean, put it this way, I straight up refused to get any of the Cerastus Knights when they came out. There's probably videos of me saying things about them. I thought that the scale was off, that they didn't match the Questoris. And now I've only gone and got 5 of them, haven't I? Hang on, yeah, 5 of them. think that's about as much as I want to clip off that without giving it too much. Okay, cool. Next stage after clipping will be shaving off the excess. I don't know why I like to start on the basis, but I will. Yeah, let's get Lorgar down. Mortarin's the biggest with the wings. Well, yeah, I mean model-wise, yeah, but you know, when I don't know, Magnus is pretty big though, isn't he? Still, with the wings. I think Angron will be the biggest. There's Lorgar. Looks tiny next to Magnus. It's tiny. Magnus, this looks massive. Right, so let's clean these up. Oh, Angron was the first ever Primarch. Okay, interesting. Okay. Where? That's another bit of information I was trying to search for today. When was the first Primarch released by Forge World? Was it 2012? I mean, have we had Primarchs for 10 years now? There was an article recently on the Warhammer community, but I can't remember whether it said when they first came out. Oh, you and your silly questions, Revan. If they relaunch a tactical squad as a five-men unit but can be built as assault or devastator squad, do you think this would be good? No. There'd just be a sillier amount of spare parts. Unless they severely... At the moment, with what they're doing, they are reducing the number of options in kits. You know, the current way around at the moment with the Devastator squad being so good is you get so many choices of weapons that are interchangeable. You know, and the assault squad's all right, I guess. 2012, thank you, Frantic. Thank you for chipping in there. 2012. Brilliant. So, 10 years then. 10 years of Primarchs. Guys, do you think they'll release an Emperor model? Or at least a Malcador model? Even if they didn't have any rules, I'm sure people would buy them, add them to their collections. Or maybe some of the Perpetuals, or Eternals, as I like to call them. Okay. Now we're just going to be randomly picking parts up and dealing with them. Got to be super careful with these bits because I've got these which on any other model you probably think that they'd slot in that way and that's how they would attach, but they don't. They just oh, actually no, they do attach that way. Got to be so careful with them then. Yeah, look, there's like a thing there. Oh, there we go. So I think that's that one, and the shorter one goes there, in there. Okay, well, we can do that. We can deal with that, so you just got to be super careful with these bits. Yeah, for some reason I thought they went the other way around, but I guess not. Okay, so we can file that down. The cape's going to take a bit of a time, but also they want you to glue that on first. They want you to glue that on. Really? I don't know if that makes sense, gluing that on, or maybe you're supposed to glue the cape on after you've glued. I mean, I think it's probably best if I just glue his torso and then glue that on at the end. I mean, it's up to you if you want to glue it on at all. With these big capes, I'd probably suggest that you leave it off. I've left Lionel Johnson's off, so if that's any indication for you. Oh yeah, that's another one, Mark. Yeah, that's another one. They could redo some of the detailing of the first ones. Maybe bump up the scale. You want them to release squads in all the armours? Oh, that'd be cool. This slippage is a bit of a challenge, I have to say. Worth doing though, worth getting rid of. I'm thinking something goes on top of there. They can't just leave it like that, surely. I guess they do just leave it like that. Or is it hidden by... Yeah, it is hidden. Okay. Interesting. wonder if that was part of their initial plan. I mean, it goes together nicely. Right, so I think those are done. They're ready to be filed. Bit of slippage on this armour though. Can I clean that bit up? I think I can. I haven't built Death Guard for quite some time. I think Mortarion looks a bit small in these Horus Heresy. Yeah, I think the Forge World team are going to be working on some fantasy minis, from my understanding as well. Lots of detail on this on his torso. Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to do anything for Eldar or Chaos Space Marines. If Forge World are going to support the releases, I wish they would do more. I wonder what the turnaround time is. If it's a similar turnaround time, or if it's actually quicker than Games Workshop. Because Games Workshop have like a 2 to 3 year sort of development time, so they know what they're releasing in the next 2 years. I think it's one of the reasons why The Primaris super heavy tank sort of coincided with that edition, like a little bit later on, didn't it? Like a year later. I'm sure it came out like 2017. I don't think he was like small and skinny. In all of his books that I've read, specifically the Buried Dagger, he's quite tall and lean, very sinewy. Certainly bigger than Khan, though, I think. He's Slender Man. Oh, this is going to be a bit of a tricky one right here. Right, that's a bit of the Death Guard done. That's his torso. See what I mean? We've got quite a few of these really tiny parts, like his pistol and some rope and a couple of tassel things and whatever that is. I don't think that's his hair. This is his hair right here. And there's a hole for that to just slot right in. That's quite cool. Luckily, the legs seem to be in good condition. Need his rules. I'm sure he's got his. I'm sure I've got his rules somewhere close. What's been your favourite Primarch to build, and which is do you think so be your next? Well, I've only built, well, technically 7 if you count Mortarion and Gilliman, but this is the 5th one. So I've only really built 4. The most difficult one was Magnus, and I can't see any other Primarch being as difficult as him. Even Lorgar, the mace was tricky. Each Primarch has their own kind of like unique tricky feature. The line was getting that sword straight, and his cape, you know, his cloak. Sanguinius was getting the full scenic base lined up correctly. I think Alfarius will be a bit of a challenge with that spear, getting that spear straight. So we're going to have to shave that down and make a point out of that. I'm not sure whether that's just come off, whether I've just been touching it and it's just, but we can shave that and make that sharp. That's fine. Yeah, so I don't know which one would be next. I'm leaning more towards like Vulcan for the next one. I don't know if I'll do one a month because there's other things I want to top up. So you might not see another Primarch until, well, I need to review Magnus. So you'll probably get a review of Magnus in the next week or two. But yeah, Primarchs, you might not see another Primarch till March maybe. But again, I'm more than happy to make the content, do the unboxing and the live stream and review of all of them. Was a spear lined up with the dead spaceman? Yeah, yeah. Who was it you already had? Who was it you already had? Well, Lorgar, Magnus, Sanguinius, the Lion, and now Khan. So yeah, I don't even have half of them. But I do have 9 Titans, so there is that. And a decent number of Knights. I've got, what, 5 Cerastus and 3 Acastus. So that's quite a chunk. I think with the Acastus and the Cerastus, well, if they're about £60 each, 60 or £80 each, and I've got what? How many are there? 18 Primarchs? Got 13 left. Yeah, I think I could get all of them for the price of the Cerastus ones, the remaining ones. Not that I'm going to do that. I'm not going to sell the built Cerastus Knights. I've got them in such lovely poses. Yeah, I've got a lot of hobby work to do. I'm not sure whether I can do this firstborn February, you know. I was thinking about it, but there's still a lot of Titan content I need to release, as well as go back and work on other content that should have been out a long time ago. All the Black Templars. I've got about 5 videos of Black Templars that need to be complete. I know people are patiently waiting for them. Thanks, Revan. This is very true. Might need this blade. Come on, you. Get out of there. A bit of slippage on here, but it's not that bad. Alright, so not the most trickiest base. It does require a fair bit of cleanup. I mean, yeah, compared to Magnus's, whoa. At least this, once you've built the Khan, you could just plop him on there. Whereas Magnus has to kind of intertwine with his own base in a number of levels, whereas this one doesn't. Even the Lions does to some extent, like posing him and getting the Night Lord to face him with that weapon, that Volkite. Okay, that's good. I'm happy with that. Get a bit warm though. Right. Okay. What's going on with my microphone today? There we are. That's better. So yeah, I kind of break it down into 4 stages. Clipping the parts off the gates, cleaning them up with the hobby knife, cleaning them up with the files, you know, rough files because it is resin, and then gluing the pieces together. The dry fitting and then gluing. I kind of put dry fitting in the same stage. Nice, right. There's a little bit of clean up on there just to file. But overall, I've seen worse Primarch legs. Right, bit of slippage there as well. Right, some straightforward parts now to work on. Lovely. Hello LA, how are you doing? I think they are correct the way I've done those. Yeah, looks about right. Good. Oh, nice one, LA, nice one. Sounds good. Good to hear. Oh, I don't know how Khan's head is going to pop in. I mean, it looks like it's a square, but his head itself is a it's a circle. This bit, yeah, I think you need to take off this topper. There you go, to reveal the square underneath. I don't know whether that's part of him. Oh, what is it? Is it part of him? I don't think it is. No, that isn't, because he's not going to go in otherwise. Yeah, I'd say remove that. This is when everyone in the comments goes, no. Look at his chin. What a Chad. Khan's cool. Very interesting character. Okay, that's his head done. And then let's do his hair. A little bit of tidy up to work out. He doesn't look Asian in any way, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, we can clean up that hair, it's fine. Brilliant. And then yep, it's cool. That's the pommel. Nice sort of eagle pommel. And then I'm not really sure what this is. Some kind of cabling, and then this is his that was his pistol. I've now dropped it down the sink. Where are you? Reveal yourself. Oh, was that it? It's alright, panic over, guys. Panic. Oh. Panic over. Found it. It's all good. We're back on track. I mean, I'm assuming that is flash right there. I think it is. And then this is definitely flash. Unless he's got some kind of like bayonet rod attachment, which he won't have. Okay, that is the initial cleanup. So we're making good progress actually. An hour in and we've done initial cleanup. Now this is the next stage. So 2 hours to get the rest done. Yeah, well, quick win. Let's do these cape and the tassels. Good, that's part of the lightning bolt, so we don't need to get rid of that. And we'll work on the cloak a little bit. Wonder if we can, yeah, we'll possibly use this file. A bit smoother. It's just this bit here that's like sandpaper might work. You love the model, nice one. It'd be nice to know what the general consensus is of this model. I'm getting the feeling that most people like him. You know, his face isn't bad, his pose isn't bad, he's got plenty amount of detail, his size is about right. There's not a huge amount going on his base, but that's because he picks up everything he comes near and throws it. Am I right? If you know, you know. Oh, your Space Wolves collector, thoughts on Redemptor versus Contemptor. Yeah, the plastic, sorry, the resin Contemptor is just fun. You know, it's just incredible. I'd go for that. You have to finish Janissa Kroll, Vulcan, and Valdor. Valdor's a fun model. Janisha Kroll is a bit tricky, and I can't say anything about Vulcan. Just because I haven't got him, really. Not that he'll throw his hammer at me, but... Would like to get Vulcan. Vulcan's probably the next one. Vulcan or Horus. I mean, I had to get Lorgar because I've got a Word Bearer's army, so... Okay, I think we're pretty much ready to put these tassels on. So we'll do that. You built Vulcan already? Oh, nice one. Can you use the Forge World Primarchs in game? Yes, you can. Yeah. Yeah, they have rules. Merc, you're just finishing up some Aquilin Terminators. Doing the fiddly magnets. Nice one, nice one. Yeah, I think the Forge World Contemptors, you have to buy the weapons separate. But as people have said, rule of cool, you just can't beat it. And the posability as well. I mean, the Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought, just, you know, lump of plastic just sat there, whereas a resin Contemptor, you can put it in so many poses. It's pretty awesome. Now, I think that is extra, that thing there. So I'm going to remove it. Yeah, that was a good call, Super. That was extra. Okay, quite happy with that now. Let's just see if it matches up. Well, it does. But there will be a couple of holes that we need to fill. to get rid of some of this slippage without damaging the studs. There we are. And that little stud in there too. Okay, now I'm happy with that. Right. A bit of green stuff though. It's always worth having a bit of green stuff when you're building these resin minis, because you do get air bubbles, and sometimes when you clean them up you cut a little piece off and you actually create an air bubble in it. Or should I say, one presents itself. Okay. Yep. Right. Was there any air bubbles around these? I don't think there was. No. Right. Okay. It's like that with all resin, Alex. I know people that have bought from Creature Cast and other places. It's one of the sort of downsides with resin and making these in sort of mass production. You are going to have errors. They're not going to be like your plastic kits where you can pretty much just clip them off the sprue and then slap a bit of glue on. You know, it's the cost of more detailed minis, and also it's the cost of minis that you probably wouldn't normally get, because you know, these are one-off minis that can only be used in Horus Heresy, you know, which is, I would say there's a lot less people that do it than Warhammer 40,000. So yeah, it's just not economically viable for them to make everything out of plastic. Not yet, at least. I mean, they're getting there. They are getting there. But, have I thought about doing dioramas? No, not really. Right, let's connect this to there. Brilliant. Yeah, that should stay on like that. Well, I'll give it another bit of a wiggle, like there. Can put it there. I need it to desperately match up. That would be awesome if it did. I think that might be the best we can get. He says, or that's good too, you know. Okay. Right, so that cape is sort of done. We'll leave that as it is. There's kind of want to work on him himself though. Like put the head in and the hair on and all that kind of stuff. So let's see if we can do that. I mean, the head will only go in one way because it's a square, so it's not like you've got to pose it. Well, he says. And then he finds out there's like a number of... I mean, that looks about right. Right, let's clean his head up. I think I'll glue the hair on, but I won't put the head in until his body and his pose is sort of complete. How big are the Primarchs? Are they dreadnought size or smaller? I put my dreadnoughts away, I'm afraid. I don't have any nearby. Not any contemptors. Well, I kind of have a contemptor. I've got the I should have contemptor with me. I've got the word bearers one, which is sort of similar size. So they're smaller than a contemptor. I'd probably say they're about as big as a old dreadnought, one of the boxy ones. I mean, depending on the Primarch, obviously. I mean, some Primarchs are bigger than others, like Vulcan and Magnus. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Nice one, Mark. Nice one. Which magnets would I use on the arms of Megara? That's a really random question to put in a Primarch live stream. Off the top of my head, maybe 4x1s or 5x1s. 4x1s should be all right though. You know, all these hobby questions and things, they can all be asked in the Discord server. If anyone wanted to join the Discord, it's free, and there's hundreds of people there that are willing to chip in and help us all. Oh, come on. I just want to clean this little bit up. Oh, you're welcome. I didn't magnetise my Megaras and my Styrics, so but I think the magnets are pretty much the same as what you'd use on the Crystorus Knights. I mean, they are the Crystorus chassis, so. I want to get rid of all the little, they're not imperfections at all, it's just me being really attention to detail and all that. Right, so hair's done. Let's put his hair in. I think I've got some of this glue. I might use this glue. No, the brush will do. The brush will do. Let's pop his hair in. That's as straight as we can get it. That's his head. Probably best not to glue that and just paint it separately, not like what I'm about to do. So we've got his sword, which will go in like that, and also the shoulder pauldron. I think they say put the shoulder pauldron on first, because how are you gonna, I mean, yeah, you could put his arm in and then you could slide that in, possibly, maybe. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's clean up his torso. Got his head done. I think we'll do the base last. I just want to build him, like build his legs and his arms and things, so that's what we'll do. If that's all right with you guys. The sword, now the pommel goes reverse from what you'd think. I mean, I'd probably say, oh, we'll put it that way. Pardon me, but it does go that way, which is contrary to what. Hang on. They've glued it. This is odd. I might have to look on forgeworld.com now, but they've glued it like that. Whereas the instructions, no, the instructions do show it. It's just really, really fuzzy. It's not massively fuzzy, but it is fuzzy enough. Up next is the Orion dropship. Oh, nice one. I mean, I like the fact that the Orion dropship has the detailed interior. I think that's quite cool. If you wanted to colour the detailed interior. I don't think I did, though. And the Coronis as well. That's gone up in price. I think it's about £130 now. It's a huge amount of money. Yeah, we're going to put his you're only new to building and painting part of the hobby, and you're attempting to magnetize a Magira. Wow, hats off to you. What else do you need? Mini drill, yeah. Files, that's good. Knife, yeah. Knife and cutter. Maybe, I can't remember the size of the gates, but a hobby saw, if you can pick up a small hobby saw, is great. If you're dealing with resin, which you will be with the Magira, there are some thick parts on that, so I would try and get a face mask. I know they're in short supply in the world at the moment, face masks. So no, try and get one with decent filters in. In all seriousness, you know, because I think the normal ones that we've all been using, I guess, or some of us have been using, most of us have been using, are they won't stop the dust particles. So yeah, that's a good shout. Super glue, thick and thin plastic glue for the Magira, because it's a multi part kit. Is this the Magira? Here's one I made earlier, just like a moment ago. So that's the Magira. So yeah, I'm just trying to think of what you need. You prefer Tamiya? Oh dear, you can't use Tamiya for everything. Like the scenery pieces, the scenery kits, you require something thicker. That's why I sometimes use Tamiya for like the joins and cleaning up, but no, you need something thicker like the GW or the Revel glue. Yeah, I think I did a video where I used nothing but Tamiya, and yeah, that was a disaster. Yeah, thanks, Sampler. Thank you. I hope you're doing well yourself. Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering whether I can finish this in the next sort of hour and a half. Possibly. Let's move the Magira out of the way. Exactly, Revan, exactly. Well said. The normal Tamiya, the thing is, I've just got two. I've got the extra thin cement, and then I've got the Tamiya cement. Is there another one? Because it's still pretty difficult to pick up in the UK, and this is really thick though. Look how thick that is. I mean, I would not like to be putting that on the wrist of a Space Marine. I can control it more with the actual nozzles. But anyway, let's move Magira way out of the way. I don't know why. That's just to show you an example. Trying to think of what else you'd need. Yeah, thin and thick super glue. It's always a good shout. Exactly, you see. You haven't done the big plastic with it, so I've done all models now. I've done resin, I've done plastic, I've done big resin, big plastic, combination models like that Magira that you've just seen. Yeah. I think you'll find with the hobby, each to their own, like whatever works for you. Need a bit of green stuff in there now though. I think that is pretty much there with his torso. Oh, there's so much detail on this. Don't know where to look. It's like the Sanguinius model. Right, bit of green stuff. Hey Nick. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Good to see you back. Hope you had a good time too. I hope you and your family are healthy. Okay. So I think we're ready to put that on, and we need to just tidy up his arm a little bit more. Specifically sharpen it, because something has happened, and it sometimes does do that. Like you'll get a air bubble, and it will just snap part of the piece off, but luckily we can forge him a new one. That's getting there. Now we just need some some little steps. Where's my set? There we go. Oh, no, it's not so much there. There's plenty of girth there. We just need to taper it up a little bit. Kind of like reforging in a new blade in a way. Lovely. Just need to make the decline a little bit smoother because that's quite straight at the moment. Nice. Less of a boomerang. Great. I can work on the rest of this. I've done the handle. That's okay. The fan brace is looking good. His gloves are looking good. Something going on here. Ah, it's actually part of the... Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Now, there is something here which we need to remove, this bit of flash. You probably didn't notice that, but that's why I'm here. Be super careful because above it it's going to be top handguard. You don't want to take too much off there. Now this is a bit tricky because there's a bit of packing, I say packing, there's a bit of blue there, which is fine. It means we've just uncovered a secret level. Because what they did is that blue got in the hole between, well, in between his thumb and his index finger. Which meant it was a secret bit of detail past that flash. So we have been rewarded. Right, I can glue that onto his torso, his chest. So let's... Now, I don't know whether this will work. Whether this glue has died. I think it probably has. Let's see. Yeah, I've got a strange feeling about this glue. Wow. Got to be careful with that. Could have gone everywhere. In fact, I think it has. Hope it hasn't gone on anything else. just be back in a moment. Okay. Sorry about that. I was a bit dramatic. I did just not expect it to go absolutely everywhere, and it did. So yeah, not the best. So be warned. You've got to be so careful with this stuff. Yeah, that was under a lot of pressure, but right, we can continue, I think. As long as it didn't go on any of the other models, we're all good. Wow, that was quite a lot. So I think the plan is to try and sort of attach it. Well, for some reason that's not going in properly. Not fully, at least. That'll be fine. And then we will put this on as well. Try not so much glue this time, Super. Like so. There have been times when I've had to hair dry some Primarchs just to get the poses right and to get the, you know, to reduce the number of gaps in between them. Right, how do we go about putting this together then? So where is his So that's that. So that's his opposite leg. This is this leg. So that leg will go in there. And that goes in quite nicely. And then this attaches to that. And then his other leg goes in. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. And then once all that's done, you can put his body on and this front cloth thing. So, you think about the Chinese wall episode on South Park. Yeah. That's fine, that can go on, but this, there's something faint there. See if I can get rid of it. Okay, right. Just something there. Right, I can glue that in almost, and then he'll go on that base. Not much cleaning up on this particular piece, and I thought that there would be. You know what? I thought there would be, but it's actually really, really good. So we'll just glue his leg on there. Sounds good. Sounds good. You're making your Tyranids look awesome. Are you excited about the new codex and the new one Tyranid that we're going to get? I don't know how many there's going to be. I hope there's more than one. You know, I've got some Tyranids, so and this final leg as well. now we can attach this leg. I'm just double checking because I don't want to be left with any awful marks. All right. You'd love some new Hormigaunt models. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, I'm in the same boat too. I build and collect more than I play. So now I wonder if these two connect at the back as well. No, I didn't think they would. All right. So that will connect there, and then this goes underneath. So that will slot in there. Oh, so cool. And then we'll pop his torso on. I think this only goes in one way. Yeah, that is quite cool. Right, so now that we've sort of got the size of him, we can do a little comparison with smallest Lorgar. It's a little bit bigger than Lorgar. I mean, it's odd because his legs are apart. If we were stood up, it'd definitely be a bit bigger. Magnus. Oh, I don't want to take him off his base, but Magnus, yeah, he's smaller than Magnus. But again, Magnus's pose is a bit... I'd say eye level probably would go up to his Gorget. Maybe. If he was stood up straight. So he's just a good size. He's just a good size Primarch, isn't he? Now that we've got that set up, we can put his head in. I know people are going to butcher me for doing this, but it's just what I do. Oh, thank you, Unseemly Tangent, for your kind words. I appreciate that. So we'll pop his head in. It's Chad. Come on, you. So this is where I should have put his hair in last. But I'm quite happy with that pose. It's all socket and plugs. It's all socket and plugs. But I mean, I'm happy with how the head's gone in. I just hope that was enough super glue. Otherwise, I'm going to regret it in 10 years' time when I come to paint him. I can actually put him on the base as well, but again, probably would suggest you don't do that. Oh, that's the piece that I was missing. I've been thinking about this for ages. I'm missing the sheath. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm actually missing his arm and his sheath. I knew I was missing a piece. I knew it. Like when I unboxed him, I thought, hang on a minute, I'm missing an arm. I'm missing an actual hand. because I didn't go through the hand in the unboxing, did I? You see? So, yeah, I remember now. I remember going through the unboxing and going, there's something missing. So that'll be an email to Forge World in a little bit. I don't know how they're going to do that. Like, whether they're going to send me a brand new one or just that piece. I think they'll probably send me a new one, but, you know, what can you do with that? Yeah, I remember. Well, how come no one put it in the comments in the unboxing? I don't understand. But yeah, I definitely did not have that piece in the unboxing. I remember that now. So I guess today's video we can't fully complete him. Oh well. So let's put the other parts on him though. So we've got some tassels and these. Well, this is actually part of the base. Okay, it's part of the base. Middle of the road kind of. Okay, yeah. Do you paint your models? Yeah. There's a painted Warlord Titan right there. Took me over a year. So yeah, yeah, and you can see it in my army collection videos and things. Isn't Khan on some sort of warp trip to kill his fallen brothers? Yeah, that's way in the 41st millennium kind of story. That is. Right, I'm going to glue this to this base before it disappears completely. Morty has the missing part. Probably he does. Maybe Khan's missing part is on somebody else's base. A character that they haven't released yet. How can they check it and miss out his sheath? I mean, that's quite a big thing to miss out on, isn't it? Yeah. What time of the day do they check the models? They cut his hand off. Probably. Monday morning, yeah. Oh no. Do you have a video on the building of a Necron command barge? No, I built the other model instead, the one with the big cannon, and that is a live stream, and it's on the channel somewhere. This is very true. I have not indeed. I haven't indeed. Where these cables go, I think they just go like there. It's a really odd, like, extra piece that they've designed. And if I'm honest, I'd rather not have this and rather have his left arm. It's a good job I've got my receipt and everything, isn't it? I don't know if I've got my checked by though. I might have thrown that away. How do they charge so much? Yeah, you've got a lot of life to live. There are issues with so many things in all walks of life, regardless of how much you pay. Just because you spend a lot of money will never guarantee that you'll get a you know, a full product. I mean, that's what you expect, but it can never be guaranteed. That's why you have things like customer service, because at the end of the day, it's human error. You know, unless you completely, even if you take away the human and just have robots, humans build the robots. So you're always going to have errors and issues with anything that you buy, unfortunately. It's just a way of life, isn't it? That would be okay. I had one for Christmas and like to watch videos before I do some. Oh, nice one, Jason. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, I think I built it. It must have been about a year ago or so, because I got it in the like Necron Battle Force box. So that's where I got that model from and built it. So yeah. Yeah, always wait. Yeah, if you live right next door to it, it's always worth going in there and buying stuff, because then you can have a look at the miniatures and things before you buy, and you can check them there. They'll let you check them. That's always a good. What were you planning on buying? You're making the decision at the moment that you live right next door. So, what were you planning on getting? I managed to get a Necron Battle Force. Well, it was only because of a very decent guy who got me one. Was able to pick one up for me. Otherwise, I would have never have done those videos of it. So, right. So the way that they want this to go on is connected there. Yeah. Yeah, that works. It's probably best if I do that now. Oh. I don't wish I lived closer to Warhammer World. I really don't. I'd be broke. I'd be living off air if I did. So it's probably best if I don't. Come on, work with me. Work with me, gun. Gun. I think that's all we can do. I mean, their picture shows it. I don't know how their picture shows it, really. Their picture shows it kind of underneath it. Maybe higher up. Maybe like there. I'm trying to get this correct, guys. perfect. I got it. Yes. No. No, 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 no. We nearly had it. No, we nearly had it. No. Oh, it's like Operation, the game. Have you ever seen that? Oh dear. Fair enough. You can understand why you played the game before you did before building the Khan. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I like to do things like that. Sometimes mix sort of fantasy media with real life things. The classic example is not gluing my fingers together. It is the classic example is weather. Like, if depending on the weather, sometimes I like to play a game that's related to the weather that's happening, or you know, so like if it's snowing, I'd like to play like a game where there's a bit of snow. So like tonight, I played a bit of Ghost of Tsushima, and then I mean, this is fantastic. Very similar samurai armor pads, Mongol kind of looking cues, I want to call it. Yeah, it's very, very decent. I know what they did. They thought, ah, yeah, super. He's been moaning about the sheath in his news and pre-order video. That it looks a bit odd because it's solid, even though he's probably going to drill a couple of holes and then scoop some of that solidness out. They just they were like, nope, we're not going to get soup. We're not going to give Super the sheath at all, so he can't moan about it. Quite a big omission though. However, it's not the biggest omission I've had from Forge World. The biggest one was buying a fell blade, and they didn't have the barrels in the fell blade. I mean, that's like buying a Titan and not having the feet for the Titan. They sent me barrels quite quickly after that, but yeah. No, I'll send them an email after this, and then they'll probably send me either a replacement model or his sheath, and probably it'll come. I mean, the model's not out of stock unless all you guys start buying them up straight away. But I would say I'd probably get a replacement part or replacement model by Wednesday at the latest. So yeah, it sucks, but that's why they have customer service, and their customer service is usually spot on, and that's part of what you pay for, you know. That base is, yeah, I'm happy with that. I can put him on that base. Again, I probably would recommend you don't do this. Just like glue him, paint him first, and then put him on the base. But I'm trying to find out which way he goes. I think he goes on like that. Yeah, with the thickness. But I'm just going to glue him on there. So, I make you green with envy, all your lovely titans. Oh, that's a really nice thing to say, Jason. Thank you. Yeah, I love them. I've been working on a few of them as well recently, so. Or the head of a titan. Yeah, but that's completely different sampler, that is. Like, forgetting to buy a titan head is different than Forge World not supplying you with one if you pay for it. That's different. If you forget to buy one, well, if you forget to buy one and then you also make it public knowledge, then yeah, sorry man, but you deserve everything. Everything. It's all good though. It's all fun. Right, let's pop him on. If it's on there quite solidly, I'm quite impressed. Is that why it wasn't £85? I think his sword, I think his sheath in his arm cost more than £1. I mean, he's in, how many parts has he come in? 27. So even if each part was £2, then that would be 54. So even if each part was £3, I mean, obviously different parts cost more, I guess. Don't actually know how they work out their pricing. It's all a massive mystery, isn't it? Well, at least I've got a full Death Guard Space Marine in this kit. That's a big splodge. But yeah, he eventually did. Oh, he was eventually given a head. He was eventually given head. There you go. Nice one, Sampler, nice one. You get in there. You are getting there. Definitely would like to see some pictures of 900 Space Marines. That would be cool. Cool but boring. They're all the same, aren't they? So, but no, that would be good to see so many. I say boring. I mean, yeah, I'll probably take that back. If they're like, if you've got loads of Terminators and loads of characters, and yeah, I guess that would be fun. But if they're just normal, generic sort of Space Marines, then yeah. It's like Lego clone armies. I never really got that. I'm not really. I don't get it. I sort of understand that they're wanting to recreate a clone army, but yeah, I just don't get it. Maybe just for the collections. But they use pure gold as a benchmark. I don't know about that. I think these models increase once you build them and increase even further when you paint them, and then Forge World go and increase the price every once in a while. I mean, how much was Horus when he first came out? I want to say 50. It can't have been 45, but I want to say about 50. And now he's Is he 70 something now? I'd like to see Forge World create the like the Primarchs again, like with demon infused gifts, you know. I'm not just talking, you know, how Games Workshop have done Magnus with the wings. I'm talking like, you know, Siege of Terror models. Have we had any Siege of Terror models? Well, other than, I guess, Khan. I'd probably say Khan is a Siege of Terror model. You know, there is a Death Guard by his feet. I'm thinking this is rubble around a spaceport. So, in reality, this is probably like the newest Horus Heresy miniature in a couple of regards, really. In the time scale of things. Right, that's those, whatever they are, purity seals, I want to call them. But I'm thinking this goes there. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's very nice. And then this one just slots in there. So I've got to be super careful with these. And then he's got another rabbit's foot like trinket thing. But anyway, we've got to be super careful with these. Okay. You prefer blood and guts everywhere. You are indeed, Kriegsman. Yeah. Anything else would have just been a waste of money. Oh, you're looking at the Phobos Army of Renown. Nice. Will that feature in the new book that's coming out, I think? I think that's what they're saying, aren't they? Now, which way is the... Oh, it's a real, I want to say, windy one. Which way? They've definitely got the swoosh up. It's tricky because there's no like major contact point now. I filed it away. I don't know if I have, but this is going to be one tricky thing to... Oh. He does it. What a legend. What hobby expert. This guy's built Khan even with one arm. No, the hobbyist did not have one arm. It was Khan that had one arm. Right, I think I kind of want to put him on that base and then... But you've got to be so careful when you do this. See, I've already broken this silly little extra piece off. Sam, why did you design it like this? Was it Sam or Simon? I want to say Simon did this one. So, such a silly, superfluous little piece that I get where it is. It's following the cables, the electrical cables and stuff, but it's just annoying. That is what it is. Plus there's like a chip in it, which I'm going to have to go put some green stuff in, and you know what's going to happen. I'll put some green stuff in and it's going to flick off. Oh well. Yes, you definitely need a demon Korax. Were you too tired after yesterday's stream for VC? I don't think I said I would be in the VC yesterday. But I haven't got the time this evening, unfortunately. I'll try and be in the VC on Wednesday, but we'll see. Right. So how will he connect to this? So he should connect like that. And then this, I'm going to magnetize. Oh, great. He hasn't left me with any magnetization points. Oh, no, he has. That's a good one right there. So you can put... Oh, you know what I've done? Broken that cable off again. I might just get rid of that cable thing. It's so silly that they've done this. I'd understand it if it had a longer plug and a longer socket, but it doesn't. I mean, if this was plastic, it'd be fine. Fine to slot on there and be embedded, but it's not. So right, just got to be super careful with that bit. But yeah, you can put a magnet in there. There'll be I'm sure I've got some good magnets. I could do it now. If I magnetize that, then that will just sort of slot in. Can we put a magnet anywhere else? I prefer to. Actually, one might be enough. One might be enough. I do like this little mini game of sort of connecting Primarchs onto their bases. It's quite a cool little mini game. Do a size comparison with Gazgol. I thought you wanted me to get my knob out. Okay, I'll get Gazgol. Where is he? Not the sort of thing that you lose. Oh, okay. I know where he's gone to. Okay, here we go. There's Gazgol. 0. The blue spanner. You've returned. This is Gazgol, so you want me to do a comparison with Gazgol? There he is next to Gazgol. That would be a good showdown, wouldn't it? That would be a cool showdown. Yeah, I do have a Discord. It's on the channel. Yeah, Gaz is bigger. Gaz is the biggest orc, so of course he's bigger. Some might say he's a prime orc. Right. What I'm going to do is glue him to his base in that kind of fashion. It is awkward because it's at a bit of an angle. I mean, that goes in quite sort of snugly, but it lifts him off a bit. So I don't know if this is going to work, guys, but let's try it out. Again, if you want to make sure you don't risk it spurting everywhere, always face it down. That's what I've learnt my lesson now. Just face it down. Khan's good. Zero, thank you. It's all going well. He's armless, really. No, seriously. Like, he's missing an arm. So there may well be a Khan giveaway on the channel. Do a Boris, bring your own arm to your Primarch party. Do that. Right. Let's pop that in there. And then we'll kind of sort of squish it on. Now this is the moment where he completely glues inside that base, and then I'm then I'm not in a good position. Are you calling dibs on the spare? Right then. I think we're safe. Yeah, good. And here's one I made earlier. So he's over his base a little bit, but that's fine because most of the time he'll actually be in here. So he goes in snugly, and then that will be magnetized on there. Oh wow. Like it goes in and under. And then that holds him. I'm quite happy with that. That might not need a magnet. But I wouldn't be Super Saiyan if I didn't put a magnet on. What I'm going to do though is I will glue him on the big base. Let's see he's posing. Yeah, let's see how we can fit this on precisely. Yeah, we're just going to go for that. A slight wonk. I don't know if I've got any more of these glues, you know, so this might be all she wrote. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I've got any more. Nope, no more glue remaining. We're down to the Gorilla Glue now. Unless I've got some hidden away. Well. I don't. I'll just have another glue with brush. This is going to be... I have to get this down. What's wrong with the Gorilla Glue? It just takes... there's not much in it. It just takes a long time to come out. It's thick. Come on, you. That will be sufficient. Just want to pop it around, just double check it's all right. Yeah, great. Now, we're almost finished, guys. I think I can do this in half an hour. I mean, I only have to glue that on and 3D print a left arm. Right. Clearly that was a joke. Right. Oh, that's a nice air bubble, isn't it? Couple on there. Yes. So this is the magnet entry point. Not got time for epoxy. Gorilla Glue is holding your Reaver together. Too right, mate. I think it's holding my Warhound together, actually. I'll tell you what, though. Epoxy resin is holding my Warlord arm weapons together. The magnets in them. You've got to be so careful, though, because the magnets can be stronger than the resin, and that's happened to some Sikaran tanks, the side sponsons, where I've gone to take the side sponson off, and the magnet's still on the sponson, you know, on the tank. So the sponson, the glue has failed. So yeah, then yeah, so there is an issue using magnets that are too strong, other than having a pull force too strong, where you can't quite get them to meet without them slapping, and you don't want them to slap, because if they slap, they could crack, and then you're in all kinds of issues, because if they crack, then yeah, the magnets just bust. Then you have to completely, yeah. There's a lot of similarities between this hobby, like building, and dentistry, I would think. Resin dentists. Paint your magnets to stop them to slap? No. No, they still slap. Unless you like put lots of thick coats on them, maybe that would reduce the pull, but sometimes the pull is way too much. Ah, there you go. So it's not just being held up by Gorilla Glue. Magnets the Red. He should be called that. That's a good one, Sampler. Because he's a pain with the old magnets. Oh, come on. Good. That will be fun. Right, so let's have a look at the magnets. I might be able to do a magnet. Do you paint them with rubber paint to stop them from slapping? If I did that, they'd just keep bouncing together, wouldn't they? Probably. Oh. This is not going well for me. Here's the magnets I use. These first for magnets. I wonder if I've got a small one that I could use. Like a really, really small one. No, these ones will have to do. It's going to have to go in quite deep, but I've got the space. I've got the space to go in deep. So that's all good. Oh yeah, your Gorilla Glue is epoxy. There you go. Gorilla epoxy, Gorilla super glue. Come on, you. It's alright, it's just got trapped on the old brick remover tool. Do you think his arm is with the bite they forgot to make? Yeah. Maybe his arm is DLC, and maybe we'll get his arm in an update like the Custodes Codex. How about that? We're gonna go for lower the better. You guys got to be a bit careful you don't mess up that bit, which I think this is very rough way of putting magnets in. I don't think that hole is big enough for me. A season pass for the Khan. Yeah, I think we need a bigger drill. That was fake 0. I checked this morning before I did the video, and yeah, there's no update points cost. Not even a day old. Yeah, I know, right? It's, that should fit now. Yeah, I only got. I was trying to think of when I got this mini, but I actually only got it today. For some reason I'm thinking I got it yesterday, but I did not. Might be worth. Pro tip. This may affect certain things. Yeah, that may affect that, but we can green stuff that. That's fine. Plus the magnet's going to go in it anyway. We've just got to get it in nice and deep, nice and tight. So lower the better. So about there in that corner. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I think that's there. So what I'd do with my magnets is I'll glue a little bit just on the tip, then I'll ram it in, to there, and then I'll slot that off and then push that in a bit more, but not all the way. And now I can get my green stuff. I can fill that little discrepancy. If the liquid green stuff isn't thick enough, you can bust out the thicker green stuff. Great. Now we can just want to check the polarization. Yep. So now what we're going to do is we'll do the other thing of, once again, a little bit of super glue on the tip. Now pop this all the way in. Just like that, we have a magnetized, and that's not going anywhere now. That'll stay. I mean, it was on quite tight anyway, but I just thought I'd run through that process because in a way it just shows you how I do magnets. Right, just got a couple of pieces left, but the ghost arm of Khan is, yeah. The double entendres. Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. There's no double entendres at all in any of my videos. But one of you did complain that you couldn't see my knob today. So, I mean, and I still haven't whipped it out. The best I could give you was Gazgul. So, you know. Probably have to wait until October again now before I do any of those comparisons. There is still a huge you know, all the new releases for Orcs video coming out. Okay, I haven't forgotten that video. It's going to be great. You get to see all of the Orc releases, not just the Combat Patrol. I did do a Combat Patrol video, I know that, but I haven't done a full Orc release. You love the instructions that come with a kit that much. Just super highly detailed instructions. I mean, I'll tell you what, they are better than that. They're better instructions than that. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, Magnus's instructions are lovely. But they kind of put you in a false sense of security, because you think, all right, lovely instructions, this is going to be a doddle. Oh no, how do I get all these levitating pillars to match up, and yeah, everything like that. So just because something's got good instructions doesn't mean that it's going to be super easy. Obviously, let's not include the Warlord here, or the Nemesis, because they're quite straightforward compared to the Reaver and the Warhound. Soups is well again and on the prowl. I think this is, I'm confident that this Khan is the one at the spaceport, because this Death Guard has some like spots and things. It's almost like he's just turning, or they, I'm confident that he is. They haven't made it too obvious, but they were pretty much well turned, weren't they, at that point in the heresy. Unless they had another little scrap. I think they did have another little scrap, didn't they? Anyway, as much as I'd love to go into it, there's flash in between the fingers. It would be so delicate. You don't want to lop a finger off. Although actually, because he's got his intestines spilling out, it might add to the little diorama going on. That they can't just, you see those like short videos where they've got the katana and they just unsheath it a little bit and put it back in, and I can just imagine the Khan doing that, and then the poor Death Guard Plague Marine's got one less finger or something. Okay. Bit more work on this arm than I thought that there needed to be. Plus there's a bit of green stuff needed. And then we've just got the to put on. Right, this body should be all right. Yeah, just that foot I had an issue with, I think. Everything else was all right. Yeah. Some of it hidden? I don't know. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, that's good. And then this final bit here. To be fair, oh, hang on. Sorry, you've got loads of questions here. Super, you still have that Hive Guard from Battle Force last year? Yes, I do, yeah. Still got to review that. I don't think I reviewed it. No, I sort of put it away. It was the Gene Stealers that I didn't get around to build. It was the Gene Stealers in that kit, and it was the Triarch Stalker model in the Necron Battle Force that I didn't build both of those. And I think the reason why I didn't build that Stalker was I built one not that long ago. And yeah, you guys know my preferences. I will always much prefer building something completely new every time. You know, I don't know how these people do it that just build Space Marine after Space Marine. It's just so boring. Yeah, so that's why I didn't build it. So, hey Tobias, how you doing? Yeah. Have I got some Major Sigma stuff to review? Thanks for reminding me, you spanner. Yeah, I might have one or two things to review. I mean, what are we saying? Are we saying look, they're all there ready to review? Okay, right. So I've got the Cursed City to review, I've got the best mini of the year. Oh, there he is. The crab. I've got some of the Soul Blight. Yeah, some Gloom Spite to review. Yeah, we'll get there, guys. Don't worry, we'll get there. Just thank you for your patience after a year. There's a few Soul Blight things I've yet to finish building, such as like Nagash. You know. Now, I don't know about this piece. Is this... Okay, that rebar or whatever you want to call it is still going. Still meant to be there. I never can tell with those pieces. You're on a 12-hour night shift. I'm not going to be with you tomorrow for the full 12 hours, I'm afraid, my friend. I've got to do some things tomorrow, so I can't be up for the full 12 hours. But by all means, you're more than welcome to go back to the start of this video and rewatch. You know, the start. I think I started at 6 today, so it's been almost 3 hours. So yeah, I think that's sort of done. It's a worse feeling when you think you've finished a piece, you glue it all together, you've got your spray can in hand or airbrush, and then you go to do it, and then you can see something that's really obvious. I didn't really clean up this base very well, so maybe I should just give it a bit of a file, especially there and in there. What about the elves? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you're talking about. There was only one release of Lumineth, wasn't there? I'm sure there was. They had the big cow mountain god thing, and some hammer time dudes, and some kangaroos. Oh no, oh wait, whoops. Surely Games Workshop didn't release 2 battle tomes within a year of each other, surely. I mean, anybody would think that they like money. I mean, they did well last year. They did better than 2020, but not as good as 2019, I think. But 2019 was a very good year for them. I mean, after all, that's the year that the Asterius came out. Hurry up! Whoa, 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 whoa. If I didn't know you, Sampler, and you hadn't been on most of the live streams, I'd say some less positive words. But I'm not going to. Yeah, that's another, like here, like you would see this and you probably wouldn't recognize it, but it isn't an intestine, it isn't a worm, it isn't a sausage, it is a bit of flash rod that shouldn't be there. Pardon my tummy. By order of the Peaky Blinders, you have disappeared. And I will now summon up a Primarch. I know we're breaching 9 o'clock and I said I'd go at 9, but you know what? I'm going to finish him. Fine, that is very nice. So we'll glue these together now. I think. Oh no, does that only go one way? Hang on, is he looking at him? He's looking at him. What a beast. He's looking at him going, "Oh man, you're such a cool Primarch. But you didn't have to eviscerate me." Again, probably advisable to paint him and then glue him. But because it's super glue, you're going to have a bit of a time with the ghosting effect. That's an odd position. But he will just slot in, I want to say like that. That's quite cool. Yeah, I really would leave him off because otherwise you're not gonna, I mean, I don't think I'm even gonna glue him on. No, I'm not gonna glue him on. That's just, you're asking for trouble there. If you want to glue like those cables all the way and you want to glue like the back there of him, that's tricky. I'm not going to risk that. I'm not going to glue that one. Usually I completely would, but nah. Even I am not gluing this dead space marine. What are you doing on my Primarch base? That's quite cool. I mean, I know this Primarch only has one dead space marine on the base, but it's quite a cool dead space marine. And now he's the same as Khan, one arm. He goes together quite well on there, and he will just sit on there, so that's fine. Let's glue this in. I have no idea where this will go. Have we got a bird's eye view? We do. All right, okay. It's not as tricky as I expected. It just slots in like that. Be nice if we could dry fit it though. And then our glue is, oh nice. Well, I'm still going to glue that in. just going in that angle, and then I'll glue his. Now this is the tricky one. Do I glue this on? I don't know about that. Oh, that is a tricky one, because you really do want to paint every rivet, and I think you can get to every rivet. It's just the highlighting on the back. Yeah, I'll leave it up to you guys whether you know, if you've got this model, whether you wanted to glue it. But I think I could get away with it. Give Khan a Deadpool hand. Oh yeah, good night, Jason. Good night. Right, okay, I think I won't glue it. I'm making the educated decision here. I do have an enemy called white tack, and I much prefer blue tack. I don't even know why I got white tack, but it's awful. I think I can just put a splodge in there, pop him on, and then it's quite base heavy. Ah, I see. Come on, get in. You can do it. Khan, don't do this to me. Oh, you're already in. Put the magnet in. That just holds that into place. He is being chilling. And that will just go like that. Well, he says, but it should go at the top there. And there we go. That is the Khan done. Bish bash bosh, completely cleaned, just missing an arm, which I'll go have a look at my unboxing again, but I'm 100% sure it was not in there at all. So yeah, it's a shame. Oops, it's a shame we missed out on that arm, because it means I can't show you that until the review. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video. You know, this evening's video. I've done quite a lot today, and I hope you enjoy the next couple of days videos. Just giving you a heads up, tomorrow, if anyone can sort of, yeah, if anyone wants to tweet Henry Cavill, there's the Custodes Codex first look tomorrow, but he's probably already watched that, you know, with other YouTubers that have received theirs early. But my video's up tomorrow, and then on Monday will be the Gene Stealer Cult Codex first look, and then it's a bit of a gamble for the next week. It could be Black Templars, it could be more Titan stuff. We had a fair bit of Titan stuff this past week though, didn't we? So we'll see. I'm gonna see what I kind of feel like doing or finishing. But that is Khan. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. I will be back on Wednesday. I didn't think I'd finish him so quick. I didn't think I'd finish him off so quick this evening. So what that means is Wednesday next week I will be most probably building Lego, building the 8080, the final box, because I want to get that done because I really want to show you the BMW Lego kit. So, and I can't do that until I finish the ATAT. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Hope the rest of your weekend goes amazing, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. The Emperor protects.